now. Hello and welcome to this broadcast. I am so excited to have you here. Today, we are going to talk about how to talk to one, to talk to many. How do you broadcast yourself in a way? I kept looking at the microphone. How funny is that? So my eyes were looking, I don't know. Anyway, um, how do you talk to the camera in a way that's going to feel authentic and alive to the people that you touch? And we're going to go through some of the things that have worked when it comes to marketing to one to many, and some of the things that don't work when it comes to talking to one to many. Again, my name is Samantha Gillis. New friends are getting to know me in as Josie, and I am coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica in the middle of the night, where I am sitting on a balcony in a co-office, and I am listening to the water pitter on the roof, and there is a string of beautiful lights in front of me, and really, I don't think you could ask for any deeper and more profound magic than the experience of being able to share this with you, and this being my exterior environment. So with that being said, my friend, I am going to share my screen with you, and we are going to start this show. Oh, don't forget to share the sound. So, my friend, if you are joining me here today, just
You're an example of.
If you are joining me here today, you are in for a special treat. This is a gift that I was building for the Light Warriors Academy, and I have a restriction of being able to share on my account because I got Facebook jailed. So this is being shared a little bit broader than than the Light Warriors Academy. So enjoy this taste of what's possible and what's offered in the Light Warriors Academy for your growth and support needs. Now let's go ahead and let Jenny speak. Let's go ahead.
You're an example of shining, of doing it, of going for it.
You affect my life just by bringing a little joy and love into my heart.
Samantha is like the real deal here when it comes to, because she talks about this whole 5D reality and spirituality, but she really makes it practical.
The way that you've changed my life is just being able to have me tune into my more like sacred, like feminine awareness.
Like really raw, pure inspiration.
She knows so much. She has a very good acuity of business. Like, she understands business, she understands attracting attention, but she also does it in a really playful way.
You're a leader in this space of the digital arena.
That has a tremendous amount of integrity at its foundation.
Thank you so much, Samantha Gillis, for sharing that clever little marketing trick with me.
Whenever we speak, I always come off feeling better.
Samantha gives a tremendous level of support.
You are wise beyond your years.
You're an example of.
Okay, it was Marilyn Monroe who said, everybody is a store and deserves the right to twinkle.
You're very realistic when you talk to them about what needs to be done and the order of stuff that needs to be done. You're realistic about it, but you're also uplifting at the same time. Like, even if it's a big hurdle that you've got to get over, you've got an attitude about you that you encourage people to do what needs to get done, and you give them that extra push, and you inspire them.
Yeah. You want to get inspired into courage. Today is the day, my friend, and we are going to do that through empowering you in your messaging. I'm sorry, let's take a moment here and talk about fear. Do you have any clue what the number one fear of people could possibly be? Every man and woman goes through this sense of fear, and that is a fear of living a life that is bottomless and unfulfilled, where you feel chained to a reality that you don't quite fit into. 95% of people feel like they are unexpressed, and that breaks my heart, my friend. So there's all kinds of people that benefit from this soul reaching work that I do that is so very unique in the way that it is delivered. And it is people that have gone through incredible amounts of pain. They feel like they're just in a cycle and it's causing rifts and loneliness and chaos in their world. They are feeling self-defeated and chaotic. So in this realm, we call this sad clown syndrome. You play it happy and charismatic on the outside, but inside you feel like you're breaking, and it shows up in the reality around you. So we're going to correct that, and we're going to fix that. And we're going to do that through the way that we message our communication. So who am I, and why does my opinion matter? Well, just like you, I was born into this world, but I was given this gift of creativity and this just sense of upfront and centerness. It came very natural to me, and I was that golden child until trauma hit, and it took everything away from me. So I was given what I call an anchor in my life, and from there forward began my healer's journey of learning empathy. Okay, my creativity had been locked away from me, and I just felt like there was always this thing that I couldn't reach. I went into a space of really saying no in my life. And you might be able to relate to this because I needed to, the experience that I went through, I had to change my perspective in the way that I moved in the world. And that allowed me to find my sense of freedom. Again, my second anchor that I created in my life. Through this space, I needed to find my reclusive. So it was like up front and center, trauma, figure this shit out, find that sense of purpose and freedom and growth, and take that step back and breathe all over again. Because through this system, through the things that I've gone through, I am now able to give the gifts that I have collected and the wisdom that I have harnessed to you. I'm so excited for you to be here. Don't forget to get your ready. For you. I wasn't expecting all this either, to be perfectly frank and honest. So today's focus is we are going to work on what I am calling talk to one to talk to many, but really what we're doing is we are working on your attraction marketing skills, right? Being able to connect to the person on the other side of the screen. We're going to get you expressing your creativity so you feel fulfilled in the way that you move. I had no idea I was going through all this today. How lucky are you? And we are going to make those opportunities fall like rain. This is so good. You are just in the right place at the right time, my friend. How does it get any better than this? So today we are talking about connection. Yes, connection. That know, like, and trust you. Yeah, you. We're going to get you knowing and liking and trusting you. Because when you know, like, and trust you, then that is when other people are going to start to feel that, and they're going to get pulled into your hemisphere. And we do this, we create this by going through the hero's journey. We build you into the underdog. We give your audience something to root for through telling your story. Okay. Talk to one duck too many. We're gonna keep this on track here. Just a minute, my friends. Yeah. We're gonna just swap this presentation because it doesn't quite align with my title. It does for bits, but there's a lot to get to that bit. I mean, if you want to learn more about this, which I'm sure you do, then give me a woo woo, and I will make sure to schedule a date and time when we can go through all of this incredible wisdom for you, because attraction marketing is so potent and so important. And this presentation that you're looking at is a paid presentation. People paid to learn this information from me in the past. So you just got a really good sneak peek of what's available for you in the way that I conduct and teach my classes. However, based on what I titled this video and what I wanted us to go through today, it doesn't quite hit the nail on the head for me. So what I'm looking for, and I thought I opened it. Oh, we're having trouble opening it. How silly. Because it was that vision. Visibility. Because I want to talk about talking into the lens, and how when you speak to one person, whether that is your friend or a relative or a coworker or even your dog Jack, when you talk into the lens, as if it's somebody that you can relate to, even yourself. Okay. I know when I started to share broadcasting, one of my favorite takeaways that I got from my students was, this is like a therapy. Like, this is giving me the validation that I need to be here and to create things. And that's massive breakthrough, because it's so true. When you talk to the lens as if it's somebody who cares, then you still feel like you're cared for. And that can make a big difference in the way that it shows up. Okay, we're just gonna scrap it. We're gonna scrap it. We're on a roll here. Give me a second. Then that's going to come across as in a way that you have that care and compassion in your messaging. And it's not just in the way that you show up on video. Okay. I wanted to share in this video about both things that work and things that don't work. Okay. So I've been in business for a while, and I've made a lot of mistakes in my business, right? I've had to get over all kinds of roadblocks and this, that, and the rest of it. And for those of you that know my journey, know that I've torn things apart to get through the blocks that I've gone through in order to make the goddamn magic happen. Excuse my language, but it is so very, very true. So when people talk about showing up authentically, I know the word authentic is kind of a buzzword anymore, but it's really a space of vulnerability and the truth of who you are. It's not faking it to make it work. When you show up just as a caring, loving, human individual, people are so receptive to that. And that was in that one slide that we were looking at here. I don't know, is this the same one? Yes, it is, right? Is this slide in particular. So we'll open this up. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen yet. It's this slide right here. Okay. And I talk about storytelling and how these are these authentic, poetic, heartfelt messages that had been receptive. But when you're doing something generic, there's a different energy to it. It's like you're pushing too hard against the wheel. You're trying to force it to work and it doesn't work, opposed to being in an inspiration and flow when things actually click. Things don't actually click unless you're in inspiration and flow. And I've seen it over and over and over again. The more that you can connect to your work as a piece of art and something that you can be proud of, the more that people are going to feel that and feel receptive to that. Okay. And so today in particular, I've been doing a lot of marketing. I've been doing an extra push in my business lately. And so there was one point where I hired a VA and she wrote out this really generic message, and it was actually like it made my head spin that this was actually had my name attached to it. But she was sending this message out, and there was barely getting any response from it. It was kind of crickets, right? And then this other day, you know, I started to organize things differently. I got a little bit more in love with my process. And what happened was, you know, I spent the day serving people and being in flow and making people feel good and alive and moving in tune to what it is that I have to offer, right? It was Dean Hankey who taught me to serve first, right? And you hear that. I don't know about you, but I've heard that throughout my peak performance career, to serve first, but it never landed for me in the same way that it did when I spoke to Dean Hankey about it. He really, really opened my eyes and opened my heart to being receptive in this serving first model. And it really think about it though, right? When you talk to a post or a video or a reel or whatever, right? You create a piece of content, but you create that piece of content for one particular person. That's when they talk about niching and why niching is so important. So you take your piece of content and you talk to one person and you be really, really meaningful in the way that you deliver your message. And when you do that and you deliver it to lots of people, that's how you hit the hearts of lots of people at once. That's how it's done, folks. Okay, that's what I've got for you. I hope you've enjoyed this video on talking to one to talk to many, even if that person is yourself. I'm so grateful that I got to show you a glimpse into some of the coursework that I offer my students. It's been a lot of fun being here to deliver with you. Hopefully we haven't gone over 5 to 10 minutes by too much. I don't want to over consume you, and make it the best day possible, my friends. How does it get even better than that? Bye for now.